Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I am having a kind of first look at my new Novation Ultranova, and I have been trying to get a hold of one of these for quite a while. I did kind of look at the Mini Nova, but I just can't stand these mini keys, so I've been to try and get a good one, and thankfully I actually got this from a guy who worked at Focusrite, so it is in mint condition. So I'm just going to have a go through some of the kind of main points. So Ultranova is a new generation of Novation's iconic Nova range of synthesizers. It packs the massive Nova sound into a compact body with a built-in vocoder. So one of the reasons that I got this was it has the new touch performance system. So each of the 8 knobs is touch capacitive, so you can either use that in tweak or touch mode. So the Ultranova has 300 onboard sounds that you can browse by type and musical genre. So the new touch performance system places deep control of the synth right at your fingertips, so incredible new ways to play, create and perform are just a touch away. So it has dedicated buttons, make Ultranova fast and easy. So so basically it is a kind of button per function. These bring up parameters for instant tweaking with 8 encoders with information on the LCD screen. Patch Browse enables you to browse by type and genre, and there's 300 factory sounds. So trigger envelopes, LFOs, filters and effects by just touching the encoders, and there's a large rotary encoder instantly gives you fine control of any parameter. So it also has a software plugin, editor and patch librarian, and it also has an audio interface, so it can either be powered by USB or DC, and you do get a plug. And I'll just run through the genres that it has. So you've got classic, drum and bass, house, industrial, jazz, R&B, hip hop, rock pop, techno, dubstep, and the categories are art, bass, bell, classic, drum, keyboard, lead, movement, pad, poly, SFX, strings, and vocoder. So I also got the gig bag with it, which is pretty cool. Comes with so that's the vocoder that comes with it. So I got all the original gear with they kind of sold it as a kind of pack with this case, which is pretty cool. So you get your that's your DC power supply. Also you get a rather large printed manual, but it is actually 3 languages. So there's only about 44 pages. But as you can see, it is ridiculously small. It's about 7 point or something. So you're better off using the PDF. But it's pretty straightforward, actually, to have to say. It's really not that complicated. As you can see, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. It has these rather cool light up mod and pitch bend wheels. I said your vocoder goes in there. There's not a lot of buttons and knobs on it. I mean, basically you've got your 8 main controllers and your LCD screen, and each of these kind of performs a separate function. So it's 37 keys, and they are rather nice. They are full size, thank God, because like I said, the Mini Nova's got these keys that are about yay size, and the whole construction it's actually quite heavy. It's really well made, actually, because this came out like 11 years ago, I think. So I think stuff tended to be a bit better made back then. And there's absolutely loads of external inputs, outputs. So you've got your power, you've got your either DC, off or USB power. And obviously your USB jack there. MIDI in, out and through. You've got sustain, expression. You've got SPDIF, headphones. And then you've got the master outputs, 2 inputs, and also an auxiliary output as well. And the knobs are all kind of like rubberized, which is what I like. So that is your kind of like speed dial, as they call it, for going through patches like really quickly. And this actually pushes down as well, so you can kind of enter information with that as well. And these are kind of ratcheted, and like I said, they are all touch capacitive on the top. So this has got a really nice main filter. It's got quite a kind of smooth kind of feel to it, and these are all rubberized. So if I switch it on, I'm going to light up. Now I don't know why these don't light up blue, because these are blue, if you can see that. I know this light in here is not particularly brilliant. Yeah, so like I said, these are blue, but the buttons light up red, so I don't quite get that. Anyway, it seems a bit of a faux pas. So like I said, you've got your kind of main filter sweep there, and you can actually control lock that. So if the filter button's lit, then that is the filter frequency. So you've got your main synth button, and then you can go through the patches, either speed dial it, so that's going through at very fast rate, or you can do it by just going through there, and you can see various things are lighting up. So if I go to patch browse, you get the patch number, the name, the sort by number, and search for. So you've got category, all, and then genre there. So you can go art, bass, whatever you want, and then genre there. So you've got Bell Classic, and it comes up with A41 old bells. And like I said, you've got auto map, which doesn't work, I don't think, now on the latest versions of Mac OS, but that is not really that important. So for instance, like I said, you've got oscillator, and then it'll come up with all the things that you can adjust on the oscillator. So you've got 3 oscillators, and you can go down there. So it says 01, 02, 03. You get 3 oscillators. So yeah, so you get 6 envelopes, and then you get your mixer for the oscillators. So you've got your level 1, 2, 3 level, and then you've got your LFO, and there's 3 LFOs. And then you've got your filter, so there's 2 filters, 1 and 2, and then you've got the voice, the modulation, and I think there's 20 modulation slots if I'm correct. Yeah, so there's 1 to 20 there, so you can set up your mod slots. You've got the effects, so there's 5 effects, and I'll just run through. So you've got EQ, compressor, compressor 2, distortion 1, distortion 2, delay 2, reverb 2, chorus 2, chorus 3, chorus 4, gator. So once you've selected your effect, you can go to the next page and then make adjustments to that effect. So that's quite cool. And you've got your routing there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes obviously along that way. And then you've got your vocoder. So you've got your ARP, and you've got your chord as well. So your ARP settings are there. So there's quite a few patterns. So there's up, down 1, up, down 2, played and random, and chord. And then you've got various other controls for that. So that's pretty cool, because like I said, everything is pretty much just, you know, touch a button, turn a knob, and it's done and dusted. And then you've got your tweak. So this is the animate section. So you've got your tweak and then your touch. So the tweak allows you to, whatever the preset is, so we've got patch browse. So this is like old bells. So if you go to tweak, it will be able to tweak each of these 8 knobs. And so the first 2 are generally frequency and resonance. So each of them are different. And then touch mode, first 4 are generally kind of programmed to do something. So if there's a number attached, if you see a number, so these 4 have got 0, and then these 4 have got 4, 1, 2, 1. So that means that it will actually do something if you touch it, and they are kind of like individually programmed to the presets. And like I said, you've got your rather nice mod and pitch bend, and you can adjust these. So you can either have the light on full, this is called dynamic mode, where it lights up, or you can have them off. And then you've got your master volume, and then you've got your octave buttons, your audio button, and your global settings button. But there's not really much to set up, and it was pretty easy, to be honest, I have to say. So anyway, so that is your basic controls of the Ultranova. So let's get it hooked up and see what it sounds like.